Live.
And we are live. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, Ibukun, for joining. So, very interestingly, let's not even pretend like we've not been having a conversation before now, right? Because I want this to be very, um, just like we are just right? Just like we are talking. So, the concept of Miriam Friend is I wanted to bring in my friends, right, my acquaintances, people that I know, to just share their thoughts on different topics, right. So I really want this to be a very safe space, just like that conversation we were having before. Now I'm hoping that we can have that kind of conversation, right? So, but anyways, before we start, let me start by saying thank you so much, Ibuko. I know it's not easy to be um sorry guys. I know that it's not easy to be here. It was a very short notice, and like I mentioned, if you've seen my post on Instagram, this was a very short notice. I had the idea to do this before now, but for some reason I could not bring myself. I didn't have the courage to do it, and so Ikun is one of the few persons that buy into my Delulu. So I can just easily call her. Like I said earlier, when we tried recording this video, I think we have a very weird relationship. Maybe if we had met like maybe outside, the way you meet outside, you make friends, maybe it would have been more smoother than this. But because we are we work together, right? There's always that part of it too. But we make it work. I think that you're a very mature person. If there's anything I know, I feel like you're one of the most mature people that I know. Ibukun is a go getter. If Ibukun says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. Right. So just one of the I, I think out of my friends, like people that I'm the only one that always seems to lack the courage to, do something. I'm just surrounded with go getters, and I really appreciate. I appreciate you. I I I really respect you. To be honest, I feel like you're one of the key. Like you're just one of the people that I can really talk to, and that is really strange. So I'm talking so much, anyways. So Ibuko, why don't you save me from this and you know say hello
Okay.
to the guys?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mary. Okay. Hello, everyone. Maybe you can mute your mic first. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ibukun Song. I'm very excited to be here. Like Mary said, this is a very short notice, but I think I will really enjoy the conversation, and yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get started. It's quite late, guys. We are recording this video really late. I can't just even I can't tell you guys the time, but it is late. So yes, I think Ibukun have like a special heart for me. Ibukun loves me, even if she has never said so. I know she loves me, and that's the reason why she's here. So Ibukun, thank you so much again. Really, I appreciate you. So yeah, we'll get into it right. So this is day one. So Mary and Friends, like I mentioned, is where it's just a really safe space where I bring my friends and we talk about different uh, situations, different things that are related to women, right? And how we can start lending our voices. And I thought that the 16 days of activism is a good time to just start it, right? So if you don't know what 16 days of activism is, It is a UN campaign, right? It's the UN Women Campaign. So for 16 days, that is November 25th to December 10th, there is an annual campaign that the UN Women do to spread more awareness to end gender-based violence against women and girls, right? And I particularly love the theme of this year. So the theme for this year is Unite to End Digital Violence Against Women and Girls. And I'll tell you why in the course of the conversation. But let's get started. Ibuku, what does violence mean to you?
Okay. So violence generally or gender-based violence. Of course, violence. Um, so violence.
Gender-based violence. So
Okay.
that's our focus.
Okay. All right. So gender-based violence is violence, or any evil, inflicted on a particular gender, and in this context, it's mostly on the female gender, right? So while men also go through some form of hurt, get inflicted pain, all of that. But gender-based violence specifically is focused on the female gender because that's the majority, right? Majority of people that get involved in gender-based violence are women. So that focuses on women. And the interesting thing about gender-based violence, it's that it is usually inflicted on these women by individuals that they are in intimate relationships with, right? Most people, as most women that go through gender-based violence, it's not just by a stranger on the street. Of course, there's the expression of that too, but in most cases, it's by maybe their partner in a marriage, in a love relationship. Even girls, young girls, you hear things abused by um an uncle or somebody very close to them. So basically, violence or harm specific to a particular gender because of their gender, because the gender is seen as, oh, weak, powerless. I feel like, okay, I can intimidate this person simply because they are a woman. Yeah. Yes, Mary, you can take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Ibuku. And I really like that you spoke about that gender-based violence happen to both the genders, right? Because you hear some things that people say, oh, it's not only women that go through gender-based violence and all those things. So women suffer from violence. Well, I think the data shows that we have more women than men, right? And this is a campaign by the UN Women. And so while we say, okay, we know that gender-based violence, right, is is common between the genders, but the data always shows that at the end of the way, at the end of the day, rather, women suffer more. And the this year's theme is focused on digital violence. And so when I was reading about the campaign itself, I was wondering like, okay, why? Like why digital? Because um, last year's theme was Unite to End Gender Based Violence. So the UN Women took it furthermore this year to say, oh, we recognize that there is another type of violence, right? And this happens online. So I think I forgot to mention this that Ibuku is a programs manager, but she's someone that has worked in the media space for a while, right? And so I think that her perspective to this would be really, really interesting to hear, right? And that's the major reason why I said, okay, we should have this conversation. So if you hear when someone says digital violence, what does that mean to you?
Okay. So that would mean violence perpetuated on the media, that's not physical. So I'm going to give an example. Recently, I think it was some months back on Twitter, there was this particular lady. I think that she's a lecturer also. She's an intellectual basically. and people started teasing her. I don't know what they were teasing her about, to the extent that she switched from, because she was doing most of her content were like serious content, teaching people mathematics. I think that was what she was teaching, mathematics, physics, and stuff like that. And I don't know the bullying that she went through, that she switched and she started doing like, I don't know, like, call it like, maybe like sexual, sort of sexual videos, right? To the extent that people are like, who offended this lady that made her just have the switch? So it's basically when you try to you attack somebody online, right? You spew it to them, and it can come in different ways. It can come in very subtle ways. When people troll people just for fun's sake, you see people on social media, the person didn't do anything to you. You just feel like, because of course everybody, the internet has democratized access to anybody. You can talk to anybody anyhow. Of course, they cannot see you, right? So basically, violence, hate, and negative experience that people have online on the digital space. So yeah, and it actually has like, sorry, it actually has like really bad effect on people. You hear of people that because they trolled them online, they committed suicide. It's that deep, right? So yeah.
Yes, and I really love that you talked about that lady, because most times people always feel like, oh, I think Nigeria has, like, Nigeria generally, we have that normal, what's it called, that, oh, this thing can never happen to me. It can never be me. It can never be.
Yeah.
Like, I keep on saying it, anything can happen to you,
Yeah.
right? Because you are not more special than the other people it's happening to, right? You are not more prayerful. If we want to bring, like, the Christian factor into this, God does not love you more than that person, right? So anything really can happen to you. So, and it goes far to even say that if it can happen to you, that you are a normal person, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much more celebrities? Just I think a few months back, I don't know if you saw it. You know Ira Star, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had a very beautiful picture. Somebody, for some reason, I don't know what the person was thinking, removed her clothes, then added like a naked body. Like, why would you even think about doing something like that? Okay, so this person is a celebrity. This person is always here. Does that mean you would you know take away their basic human rights? Like, those things make no sense, right? So you would say, okay, that's one. Oh, maybe that's the extreme case. How about the way you respond, the way you chat, right? The comments you drop.
Yeah.
So I thought that we were going to have time, right? I had added some videos, some very, very interesting videos, right, that I have saved on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
where there is a lady, she has, like, I think she has PCOS, hormonal imbalance. So she has like a lot of facial hair, and she is actually a content creator. She creates beauty. She's a beauty content creator, and she's doing really well because she's working with really amazing brands, right? And she does not use filter, nothing. She does the makeup. Once the brand send her the makeup, she uses that makeup. She does not shave her hair, like, she's just very natural. And you hear, I went to the comment section, and my goodness, I was like, what is wrong with people?
Mm.
Someone said, um, pregnancy gone wrong. I'm sure your mother wanted to terminate you, and you look like a man. What's it called? Madam, remove that facial hair. Like,
Wow.
what is your problem? What is your problem? If you don't like her content, you might as well just, you know,
Unfollow now. Not by
unfollow
force.
her, right? There are people's content that I personally, oh, I don't relate with. I would, say I don't want to say this content any longer. But telling
Mm.
somebody to, I even saw a comment that said she should go and die. And I'm not joking because I have that video. I wanted to play it if we had time, right? And she did a video actually. She was like, "You are here insulting me," and she was showing us a brand brought her to another country to shoot a content, and she was in this really nice because so she was showing us the "you are there hating me, keep on talking about me and adding more hate comments." That's how my
You
engagement
more
would
money.
keep on increasing and more
Yeah.
money for me, right? So keep
Yeah.
on talking, but I get the fact that she might she might she might feel that way or she might be posting that. But she might
Mhm.
also be suffering from imposter syndrome or just low self-esteem because people are always attacking you every single time.
Yeah.
So just like you said, that kind of person that we think, oh, is doing so well. At the end of the day, God
Mhm.
forbid, we just hear news that, oh, this person committed suicide. And you're like, well, she was doing so well. But you don't know that you that commented, you might have forgotten about it. You
Yeah.
are one of the reasons why this person died.
Yeah.
Is that not heavy in your heart that you what you are saying, your words, right? What you are typing to somebody, what you are commenting, can lead to someone else's death, can lead to somebody thinking about themselves. And I have
Yeah.
so many that I saved, right?
Mm-hmm.
But time will not permit us to do all that. But that's how it is very important that we are very careful with what we say, right? How we react to people.
Mm-hmm.
So we hear things like, oh, people, their nudes, people are leaking people's nudes. For
Yeah.
crying out loud, why?
Mm-hmm.
It, like, can you like imagine that something like that happens to you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would leave this surface of this earth for you people. I'll just go off because there is nothing you want to do. Like, imagine you wake up one morning and you are seeing your naked self.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've even heard of extreme cases where people, I don't use Snapchat anyways. I'm not sure how people use Snapchat and people enjoy it. But I've heard of that someone, it was very crazy. Like someone was, I think there's something on Snapchat that's find me or be find something. And the person was just dissing me how somebody that they don't know tracked, it will go track the person's location. For what reason? What is wrong with you?
Hmm.
Why would you do that?
Hmm.
Why would you do that? Even people that jokingly insult people online, you are part of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are part of the problem. So these things, it look like very simple things. Oh, I'm just joking. I'm just catching fun. It's social media now. All those kind of things. See, there is nothing as simple as anything, right? No matter what you say, is affecting somebody. So you have to always think, must I even talk? If I don't like this person, if that is white now, so we all move on.
Yeah. And I
So
think
what
that's
is
what, yeah, sorry to
yes, go
cut you.
ahead.
Like this thing you just said about um must I talk? So at times when I see some certain content and I already know in my mind that this comment section is going to be brutal. Like I see the
Like,
content. And in my mind I'm like, oh my god, why did this person post this? Oh my god. I know that the comment section is going to be a bloodbath. What I do most of the time, I try to do it. I try to leave it. Like I try not to
hmm,
open the comment section. There are times that I use that to the protection and I open the comment section and I try and read and I'll just like, oh god. But most I feel like so let me just leave this entire content. Let me just scroll away. Right. So you can actually just scroll because literally like you said, you may think that, oh, it's just social media now, there's no big deal. You don't know what that other person is going through, right? It's just maybe it's just one word they need, and that's that, and that's the snap, right? And that's what breaks the
Mm-hmm.
camel's back, and that's like the last hit they need. So it's very important that we are very sensitive. Because online, like you just imagine when, especially on Twitter, talk about, oh, people dragging people.
Twitter people. I don't want to do Twitter. I don't. Imagine say they drag you for Twitter. If
Yeah.
you me when no get mind in the first place. I'm serious. I go relocate. I will relocate to Mars. I will leave planet Earth. I'm serious. I will leave planet Earth for you guys. Eh? Like, I don't know how. Like I'm serious. So I don't know how celebrities they do it, where
Mm-hmm.
you will see hundreds and thousands of hits, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like I'm just a human being like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
Like,
Good.
gosh.
I think women, when it comes to digital violence, women suffer more. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, of course. So, like I said, gender-based violence, it's the reason why the violence is being perpetuated on the individual is not because maybe they've done something so bad. It's because of the gender. Like, of course, we're in a patriarchal society. So women
Mm-hmm.
are seen as, okay, powerless, right? They are inferior in they feel like people, like the terms you use to describe women, powerless, inferior, all those stuff. So the reason why you're attacking her, not because you think that you can actually attack her, is because she being a woman. It's a woman now. So what does she want to do to me?
Yeah. Mm.
That really, so that's really the thing. And the sad thing about this, that it doesn't matter how high you've climbed the ladder in size. Like, it doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter the position that you actually that you occupy in society. The fact that you are a
Mm-hmm.
woman is not reason to just trash you. Like that, just that fact. I think it was I can't remember the particular person now. One of these, I think it was, I can't remember the particular okay, yes. The case of this senator, Senator Akpabio, and one female senator, I can't remember her name now. That they had this issue. The reason why he thought he could do whatever, speak to her, or you know, the reason why the situation happened was not because he thought he could just do it. It was because she was a woman. So that's even the funny thing. It doesn't even matter. It's never about the money you have. It's never about, okay, how rich you are, the position you're occupying in society, right? The fact that you're a woman, enough reason, right? And online, it's more prominent because the person you're attacking cannot see you.
Yeah.
The fact
That's
that
the
you're
first thing now. Imagine if you're in front of the person. There are some things you will not even say normally.
you cannot even dare say it. And I think I don't know if you know this. There was period when this lady was being dragged online, when she made this lady, this Tony Abraham, and she was affected to the extent that she started coming online and she was saying things like, "If I die, that she wants to die." I'm like, "Geez, seriously." She came online. She was writing long tweets. Oh, yes, that she even wants to die. Safe. Oh, this. She had to even start arresting those people that were dragging her. She had to arrest somebody. you know, just look at things like that. People coming and saying she was the one that did whatever you guys said she did. And people are now coming to say, oh, our children will die, our husband will die. Ah,
Are you serious?
yes, people were
Ah,
dragging her left, right, center, everywhere.
for what reason would you possibly have to say something like that to like somebody because you are at the back of a screen, right? And
Yeah,
people cannot see you.
yeah. Let's see, okay, what, because then I think
And
it's political stuff. Oh, she was supporting a particular candidate that many people were not supporting. So, okay, yes, she was supporting a candidate that you are not supporting. Fine.
and
But is
so
that why
what?
a child will die? Like, how? Like, how was the correlation? You
And
know?
so what? Right?
Yeah.
People are meant to disagree. You might not agree with the person. Again, you don't have to engage with somebody that you don't like.
Yeah.
Unfollow. If you see their content, you know, swipe up. I do that very intentionally. When some content come across, I don't like the content you put out. I swipe.
Yeah.
I don't have to watch it. It is
Mm-hmm.
not compulsory.
Yeah.
And I think you're absolutely right. People do that more to women because, again, she's a woman now. And
Yeah.
very interestingly, right, if you now want to take like action, you say, okay, you've done this thing, and I'm either just like the example you gave us, I'm going to arrest you. That's
Yeah.
where people will now come and say, hey, we supported you when you had nothing. You have the court. They want to gaslight you. But
Yeah.
you forgotten that this person did something that is very, very evil to this person. In
Yeah.
case you don't know, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
when you are violating someone's human rights online or saying negative, you are really, really causing harm to the person, right? You
Yeah.
are trying to, that's pure evil.
Mm-hmm.
That is pure evil.
Yeah.
So, um, I would say that I would want to even argue, and correct me if I'm wrong, that this digital violence really affects, apart from mental health that we know, right?
Yeah.
It affects people's career as well.
Of course. Definitely. Definitely. Imagine, so for example, this exact example of this lady I mentioned, this actress, Tony Abraham, right?
Yeah.
Of course, she supported somebody that people did not. People were like, "Oh, how will you support this political candidate and all of that?"
Mm-hmm.
And even when okay, it's fine, she came online, she apologized. She even started giving out relief materials at that time because Nigerians were suffering, the economy was bad, right? So she started giving out relief materials. And even despite that, people still say, "Oh, we'll not go and watch your movies." Yes, she has made a decision that's political, but you are now coming online and
Mm-hmm.
we won't watch your movies, we boycott your movies. So of course that's like a business. It's also a career because that's a job. That's what she does.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, and maybe somebody I don't know that okay, this is what happened because I've seen it online. She's been dragged online. It now becomes oh, I don't want to associate with this person. You know, it becomes things like oh, okay, this particular person is being dragged online. He's always dragged online. I don't want to invite her into my space, maybe to feature in the
Mm-hmm.
movie, in the industry because
Yes, yes.
things like so. And so even when so the thing is, even when the person in question is not the one at fault, people still want to be careful. Like oh, even if she's not the one at fault, though, I still want us to let me just be very careful on my own, right? And it's just what it is, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm. I totally agree with you. I think that this is getting really, really out of hand.
Hmm.
So much hate. So I would just talk about some red flags, right? And that I feel like people should know of. Excessive monitoring. And this one I'll talk a bit more into it. You will not believe that I have a very dear friend of mine. She's like a sister to me, right? And I know she does not, when we were having that conversation, she didn't see it as something extreme. But I
Hmm.
already knew that this is excessive monitoring, right? And I
Hmm.
was just like telling her, be careful.
Hmm.
Somebody saw her on Instagram. He's following her on Instagram, monitoring her, blah, 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 blah. He goes to Facebook. He saw her there, kept on monitoring her, followed her on LinkedIn, I think, right? I know that the last place that he followed her was on TikTok. Then, after following her for so much, he gave her a run through of her history. Hi, I want to get married to you, blah, 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 blah. Um, I see that you are in this so state. I'm also in this so state. Um, First of all, it's so many ways he put it. First of all, What is your genotype?
Ah.
I'm serious. It sounds like a joke. It sounds like something, oh, this is a joke. But it's something that we need to take caution of, right? I'm not saying that that can be, that is an extreme, what's it called? But it can be extreme. Meaning
Yes.
that this person has followed me around everywhere, has, social media will put our lives. You go to somewhere, you are
Mm-hmm.
based in a certain place, right? People can take note of these things, right? And they can
Yeah.
begin to track pattern over time because
Yes.
this person is going to
Yes.
everywhere to try to like understand, like, so
Yes.
something is definitely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something, it's not a matter of, okay, whatever, let me just look, what's it called? This thing can lead to stalking.
Yeah. So this same thing you
Be-
said. So I remember I saw an Instagram post from a celebrity,
yeah.
not a white person, and she said, she's like, so she posts like, and if she goes out to eat all those stuff, she posts, and then said that she
Hmm.
posted a picture on her story of where she was eating at a restaurant, and somebody replied to the story and said, oh, I can see that you are in this place, maybe I'm coming to meet you there or something. And she was like, ever since that time, stopped posting in real time. So anytime she's at a place, she wouldn't post when she's still there.
She wouldn't
She will
post.
wait that she has gone home, or maybe even 3, 4 days after before she will now post. So of
A
course,
week.
oh, like, how will you just say that I posted something and you're like, I'm coming to meet you? How do I? You're coming to meet me for what?
Yes.
you
Do I
know?
know you? And the funny thing, some people even have rights. Have you ever met somebody online that has, the way they are talking is like maybe they're your dad or something. Like they have rights. Like you should give them that attention. You should, talk to them because they can go ahead and, start making very false comments about you or just saying
Yeah.
nasty stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at some point, when you look at it, you like, is is social media really an advantage or a disadvantage? Really?
Mm.
Because a lot can happen. A lot can really, really happen. Another one again that I see is people asking for nudes. If you like, this person should be you should be in a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
Phones get hacked for crying out loud. Something might happen to the person's phone, even if, let's say, that person is not a bad person. Let's assume that this person is a good person.
Yeah.
What if the phone got spoiled? The person took it to a repair shop,
Yeah.
and they transferred those images. Like a lot. Why do we like to take risks as women? And the risk is not even risk that you should be taking. Why?
Exactly. So why are you even sending nudes in the first place? Like, I think I even feel like if someone is so, like, like I said that gender-based violence is very perpetuated between um people in intimate relationships, right? So first of all, someone even asking for your nudes is it's
Mm-hmm.
it's actually disrespectful, right? I don't know how people see it this way. Maybe that, oh, people feel like it's normal. I feel like it's actually
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful. Like my nudes, like, even if you're married, for what reason? Like,
It's a good space for me. Like, why?
like
For what
what's
reason?
the purpose of the, like, what's the purpose? It's basically, I don't even know what to say. It's basically like pornography. No, no, that's the truth. It's basically like pornography. Like,
It's said basically like pornography.
yeah, it is pornography. No, it's not even, I'm not even saying it, like, it is actually pornography. Just like, okay, it's now between you. It's pornography. It's now between you and somebody that you are intimate with. Even if you are married, what's the
So you before you're not going to set your husband nudes.
nude as how? Why? My husband, you don't see me in the house. Ah, hey, God. You will see me in the house. I don't even see the house. Oh, oh, sorry, your boss. It's actually, no, I'm not saying it. It's pornography. It's wrong. Please. Let's not put our sources
Okay.
situations that
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
Because like you said, even if the person is not a bad person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get like leaked, like based on the content of what you just said now, you know.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't get leaked, imagine that your partner is looking at it in a space and somebody is behind him looking at it from behind him.
Like a lot of things can go wrong. That's the thing.
Yeah,
A lot of things can go wrong.
yeah.
And funny enough, again, because you are in like this person, you guys are in an intimate relationship, does not mean that this person is an angel. Ibuku, you already know how I feel. I mean, before we joined this conversation, we're talking about we're talking about um, gender-based violence, Christian marriages, Christian men, and all those things. You're not marrying an angel, even if what's it called? I mean, look at the statistics. If I'm quoting it correctly, it said at least 17 women in a minute, if I'm quoting that statistics correctly, get
Mm,
killed i-
mm,
by their intimate partners.
yeah,
So it means that you are more at more risk
yeah.
when
Sad,
you are like, let it
sad.
just even let it stay, let it sink in for a bit. What that
Right.
means is that you are at more risk being in a relationship
Yeah.
because you are not with an angel. You're not with Jesus Christ.
Well, sadly, yeah. Because I think that's the dynamics with intimate relationships, right?
Yeah.
In a way, the person has a hold on you emotionally, right? And
Hmm.
once someone has an emotional hold on you, there's a way you overlook little things that can actually turn into big things, right?
Yes.
So yeah. So why of course I know I said it, yes. Everybody are not angels, but they are good people, definitely, right? So let's not even leave out of okay, they're good people that they have good intentions. Let's not go to that people that okay, they're not really good people. Now imagine being in a relationship with someone like that. The fact that one, they're not good people, then they have an emotional hold over you. People stay in abusive relationships for years. And it's not because they cannot. I think we were talking about it too before we joined the call about how beyond even about the importance of financial independence for women to break out
Uh,
of gender-based violence situations. And I also stated that beyond even money, some people actually have the money to break out of those kind of situations, but their mindset has not yet moved. They are still fixed in the 1500s when as a woman, especially in Nigeria, oh,
uh,
eh,
now our
ah,
culture.
you are
You left your marriage.
your
For what
husband,
reason?
hey, yeah, is it
Your
because of
husband
one?
supposed to be dating you and you're supposed to be dating. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Hey,
correcting me.
is it because of one? Is it because of
Eh?
one? One slap. Hmm.
I saw one video. See, it just pains me that I cannot bring out those videos. It just really pains me. But maybe I will share it. Maybe I will share it if you go with you. I'm so sorry, guys. But if you want to see that video, please just message me on Instagram. I'll share that video with you. Like I said it,
Hmm.
just to look at it and get angry.
Yeah.
And this is what the women, like elderly women, right, like our mothers' age mates, and they sat
Yeah.
down and they were saying that, um, I don't know, me, I can never leave my husband. No, I can never
Yes.
leave. By the way, we are not saying divorce or what they call it. We are not. We're not talking about that. Oh, the divorce. What's it called? We're not saying in cases like this, right, where your
Yeah.
life is at stake.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah. Yes.
And she was like, oh, they were like, I cannot leave my husband. It become guess wetin burst my brain. One
Okay.
of the women said that somebody asked that if your husband abused your child, would you leave the marriage? Guess what one person said?
Yeah, I think I've watched that video.
No, she said, even if I report him to the police,
Yes.
I can never leave my husband. It's my marriage. It's my, I was like this man is abusing your child.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the thing right now. And
Mm-hmm.
most times people think that it's more of a feminism thing. It's more of a what's it called? And more than even being a feminist or say this is feminism, more than that, right? I feel like women take uh, glorify quote and unquote marriage than their lives
Yeah. True. True.
because you will be very shocked, right? I was honored to design a program for 16 days of activism last year for an organization, an NGO. And so one of the speakers that we brought in, right, this woman get doings. She is a big woman. She works at a top organization. She makes good money. Guess what? She said when she got married to her husband, right? She was making more money. She makes more money than him. Before she got married, she had a house. She had a house. Like she was a babe. Do you get working? What you got? Guess what? She passed through gender-based violence. The man was beating her, and she
Yeah.
stayed there for too long. So, uh, um, financial empowerment, like you said, is one of the things, right, that keep women there. But you'll be surprised that most women, even with financial empowerment,
The sister.
they still stay. So,
Yes.
like you mentioned, it's just the mindset,
Yeah.
right? The society has just factored in that, oh, as a woman, if you have a broken marriage, you are a failure as a woman, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
And it's not supposed to be so because you can die,
Yeah.
you can die. Your life is more important than marriage. You did not,
Obviously.
Christ did not make you, God did not make you for marriage.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
He didn't make
Because
you
even
for marriage.
because speaking from the
I-
Christian perspective,
yeah.
true. About oh God hates divorce. Yes, God hates divorce. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
God also hates murder. God does not love murder. So the thing is, yes, definitely it's not like oh divorce. That's not the point. But if your
That
life is in danger, even God is like, is it foolishness?
Jackpot,
Honestly,
run.
like somebody is saying, I will kill you. Like, and it's not only saying it will kill you, he's actually already doing things that is already tilting towards him killing you. He's already
That
slapping you.
he
So does it need to bring a gun to actually show you that he actually wants to kill you?
really wants to kill you.
Because so it's not about oh we're encouraging women to divorce. No, that's not it at all. God does not want divorce, yes. But in cases of I feel like gender-based violence is a unique situation, right? Even balanced
Yeah,
pastors, balanced ministers of God, they would never, if it's a balanced minister of God, not one
yeah,
that's patriarchal and society that bases their principles on societal standards. Balanced
yes.
ministers of God will never tell you to stay in an abusive relationship where you are being beaten and battered. Because beyond what I think one of the things people forget, especially women forget, when you hear a woman say a woman in an abusive relationship, one of the excuses they give is I'm staying because of the children. Guess what?
Uh,
Actually destroying those children by staying in that relationship or in that marriage. That's what you're actually doing. You don't know. You think, oh, I'm staying because of the children. What would the children think? Actually, the children want you to leave, just that they can't say it because they are young. The children are better off in a peaceful home with a single mother or with a single father, because of course we said that we meant to go through it, right? But
yeah.
let's focus on about now. They are better off with a single mother in a peaceful home. There are homes that if the children are at home with their mom, they feel happy, they are happy, they are jealous, they are playing. The minute
Normal.
the father comes into the house, it's as if
Everybody
the just change.
practice their different square root and running.
Panic sets in, and you're just wondering. And even you, as an adult, as the wife, even you are scared. So talk more of your children that are young. They are living in terror. And you're saying you are staying in that marriage because of them. No, you're actually not staying in that marriage because of them. You're staying in that marriage because of yourself. Because you don't want to be
Mm,
it's not because of the children, it's because of yourself. It's not because if you really have the interest of the children at heart, you know that you are
mhm.
damaging them by putting them in that. Imagine a little boy that sees his father beating his mother growing up. You would think it's normal. That's why you see some ladies that it's normal for them. They want their partner to beat them because to them that's what love is. That's what they grew up seeing. You know?
I think that those people are always like they're very they really need help. They need to see a
Yeah,
therapist. They need to
yeah,
be prayed for. Like
yeah,
everything, all your help they can get
yeah,
emotionally, spiritually. Because why would you think that someone has to hurt you first
yeah,
for them to show you that they love you?
yeah,
And very interesting, I have seen these patterns that anybody, like men that end up being like very violent towards their partners, they always start like their one thing. So you see things like, oh, he's calling you all the time, he's checking up on you every 5 seconds. Like, oh, he's so sweet. Oh my god, he's very attentive. He's very what's it called? You stepped outside. Baby, where are you? You didn't tell me we were going out now. The voice on the is going higher and higher and higher. Like he just always wants to know where I am. Do you get
yeah.
all those
Correct.
things? Before you know, you drop your phone, checking your phone. Even see when I talk about gender-based violence in
Mm-hmm.
both digital, both physical, it's
Yeah,
because I have seen it.
yeah,
That's what and I'm not saying like to me, right? It has never happened to me. Let me not say it can never happen to me, right? Because we've established the fact that anything can happen to you. But I think one of the things that I said on my social media, my Instagram, when I was posting about this series is you will have seen it somewhere. It has happened to somebody close to you, be it your neighbor, be it one of your family members, be it
sure.
one of your church members. Like I
Yes.
know somebody that her partner was literally he I don't know how they do that thing. Maybe the same way he cloned her WhatsApp. Like are you a normal human being? What are you looking for? I'm
Oh,
serious, Igbo. He
wow.
cloned her WhatsApp, all her messages.
It
He's
keeps it
saying
on his
it
own
on his
phone.
phone. And he comes and they're having arguments and he's mentioning A, B, C, D. And she's wondering like,
Wow.
they went away. How? How? What will shock me past for this one is that eh, let's just say okay, you married him or what's it called? They were not married, now boyfriend and girlfriend.
God, I beg.
Like
And it's already been that it's already been so controlling.
guess what? Oh, let me just say that till tomorrow, this lady is still in the relationship by the way.
Oh, I'm not surprised actually. I'm not surprised, not one bit. I'm not
And I'm like,
surprised at all, actually.
why would you say that?
I'm not. I'm not surprised. Like you said, when you've seen things, it's so. I think one thing with these things is that number one, many factors actually can make things like that happen, right? Maybe you've been with the person for so long, you feel like, oh, how will I start over all over again, right?
I think that that's God.
That's the one. That's the one thing. And that thing can be, oh, this person, maybe there's something that he gives you, maybe money. That's part of the financial part, right? There's also the part of, somebody that does not have our own, like someone that has what's the word I'll use now? They don't have
Low
self-worth.
self-esteem.
They find their self-worth
Mm.
in their partner. So imagine that person to break up from it, it's as if they are losing themselves, basically. So them
Mm.
losing their relationship is equals to losing themselves because they define themselves by that relationship, by that. Imagine getting married to maybe someone that is high standing in society, and already you
Mm.
don't have you don't have your own personal autonomy or individual self worth. It will be very hard to leave that relationship, even if you get even if it even if it gets abusive, right? Because you already have that you don't have a sense of individual identity, basically. So I'm not surprised that the person is not in that situation.
To be honest, I mean, you know the normal saying now. They know the advice person with the love. So you
Yeah.
just see we is it we listen we don't judge now or we see we don't
We
judge. You know
judge. We judge.
like we don't judge
We
though. They know
judge.
the advice person when they in love. But I have this saying. It's one of my favorite. What's it called? If you know me, you should have heard about it. They know the deaf blind man see the rain before.
Oh.
So God, God be with you guys. I listen, I don't judge. I see, I don't judge. I'm on my own because it makes no sense,
Yeah.
right? It really makes no sense. Why? To what extreme? Why would you want to even do that? So let's take it back a bit. Let's bring it back to media. So I know that Ibukun, you've worked in digital media right before your transition to being a programs manager. My programs manager, right?
You.
So you've seen like just tell me about your experience, right? I know that um, I believe, right? I strongly believe that media influences gender conversation, right?
Yeah.
And what I
Definitely.
mean by that is how the media represents women, the stereotypes, Jesus, the normalization of harmful behavior.
Yes.
I think that media plays that, like, it's a very, very big part of it, right?
Please.
So, even in content creation, we see now, you see that men are making jokes. They are appearing to be women, making jokes of women, making, all those things. We find videos like that, skits like that, funny. But to me,
Funny.
I'm always asking, what is funny?
Yeah.
It seems like audios, everybody that wants to make skits right now, if they've not made, if they've not tied wrapper or wear gown or wear skirt or represented as a woman, it seems like all their ideas is over. They don't have any other ideas.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
always think that that is funny. Is it only me that gets upset? Am I being extra?
No. So
I know.
let me start with the part aspect of um the first is the part of normalizing harmful harmful things, harmful habits. So in real life, we see catcalling, right? It happens in real life where a lady is walking past and the next thing is calling her a shower, a shower. And now it's also being represented. So now, of course, it's condemned offline, but now it's also being represented online where a woman is sexualized, or you see you before you can. I don't want to mention a particular skit maker who makes sexually lewd content, usually with women. How he has, I don't want to mention his name, but let me just use this term, this freaky term, right? Usually with the women, sexualizing them and all of that's the entire basis of this person's content, right? Sexualizing women and all of that. And people find it funny, people laugh, people, but it's not normal. Like it's not. It's not normal. Basically, it's not normal. It should not be normal. It should not be normal at all. So yeah. So I think that's one example I'll give. And of course, even beyond that, things about um so even beyond the part of content creation, the other part of so this social media is a two-way thing, right? I'm creating the content, you're interacting with the content. There's a part of you encouraging a particular content by just liking it, you know, by just reposting it, by just resharing it, by even giving a thumbs up as little as that can be. There's something that people will say that you are your tweet and you are your retweet. Anything you tweet, it represents what you think. And anything you retweet, it represents what you agree with. So imagine somebody put a lewd content about a woman and you see 5 billions of retweets and you're like, so all these people they actually agree with this particular thing that this person has put out. You
Mm.
know, things so even with the way we interact with content, the content we interact with, the things we like, the things we share, the things we repost, those things are important. They are signals to the kind of person you are, like they are signals to your kind of person really in relation to
Yes.
that content, basically. Yeah.
I totally I really agree. I really agree with you. Um, just putting out really terrible content. I think my video has gone off.
Okay. That's freezed.
Let me quickly try to. But can you still see me? I don't know. I think the network is bad.
It's freezing.
Give me.
It has freezed. Like your video has freezed.
Okay, let me try fixing it. But anyways, let us move on. I see how I can fix it. I don't
Okay.
know. Ibuku, okay, we we are remote workers. How do we even cope with these network issues? Like
MT almost MT almost took my life today.
every day, I'm like in tears, and sometimes you feel like, oh, you wake up with like a burst of energy, and you're like, today I'm
Mm,
going to do X, Y, Z, and your network is like really, really bad, and
like
just and
mm,
guys don't even say maybe you guys are not using this network or that network or that network. I have everything. I have
yeah.
everything, and they're still not working.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you
Like
can put over
it's one
camera.
of
Let
the
me.
most frustrating things of working remotely. I don't know. If you could, you guys should raise GoFundMe and get me like Starlink. I really need
Oh,
it.
okay. They're coming. We'll buy
Like
it for
I need, I honestly because this network is really really poor. But anyways, so back
maybe
to
you put
our
over
conversation,
camera.
right?
Maybe it will be
What
better.
did you say?
If you put over our camera, maybe it will be better. I don't know.
I don't think it has anything to do with the camera.
Okay.
Let's see now. I don't think it has anything to do with the camera. Okay, I think it's coming on. Did you put off your camera?
Yes, so that it will be stable.
No, I don't think. I think it's from my own end.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to fix it now, and it should be up in few minutes. Sorry, guys, if you're watching this. I think it will come up very soon. I'm trying to restart.
Okay.
Okay. So while it's coming on, great. So we just talked about content creation, like just normalizing videos. And sometimes there are some videos I see that women are laughing, like they are really disgracing or degrading the gender. You are laughing, you are sharing it, you are liking it. What is funny?
Mm-hmm.
What is funny? These things are not funny, right?
Yeah.
You can make content as a man that is funny, funny good content that is solid. You don't have to, you know, talk
Yeah.
about a specific gender for you to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And just little things that are affecting women are not content. So I don't know this person personally, but a friend of mine knows the person, and she said the guy wanted to start creating content, right? He wants to start creating content, and this is the first content. Guess the first content that this guy is making. It's
Hmm.
about a woman. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with
So,
you?
so
There is
about
a
the woman,
whole lot.
like sexualizing women or what?
And not only sexualizing women. I think he wants to be a instructor of women, I mean corrector of women. I don't know the words to
Oh,
use. Right. Telling women, oh, women are doing this and that, women should stop this and that. And I'm like, are you joking? A lot of things is wrong in the male I, I almost said male sector. A lot of them is wrong with like manhood, and
the men.
nobody's putting together a conference to teach our boys how to be better men, or teach men how to be better husbands and better fathers.
Mhm.
And men want to talk about women. You want to talk about issues relating to women. How and why do you think that that's normal?
Of
Why
course
do
now.
you think that that's normal?
So it's still the part of, because it's a woman. What does she want to do? What will you do about it?
No.
What are you actually going to do about it? Especially when it's online. Right. And even offline.
Yes.
And even but I think but I think this younger generation these days now are just you safe, you try. Let's even aside from gender based violence, there are there are cultural things that some people do, and they only do it against you because you're a woman. I remember a tweet I saw online. He talked about how she was sitting down in the plane and she crossed her leg. When you sit and you cross your leg, and she said one
Yeah.
of the men there told her that a woman is not supposed to cross her leg where men are seated.
Ah,
I've never had that
are
kind
you
of
serious?
I saw it on Twitter. In my entire life,
What what concern what
she said
concern crossing of leg?
she continued to cross her leg like repeatedly on top.
Obviously, it's my legs. Like they are my legs. I
She
can
said like
decide to cross it if I want.
she said the men there were not saying yes, it's true. So people on Twitter, the people like, please give us the location. Let us go there and be crossing leg every hour of the day. Like
I'm like,
I should not cross my leg that I don't understand. You know, and
I,
that's
I
offline.
think it's because of the patriarchal, like Nigeria is just it's a country that is a patriarchy. Won't finish us for this
Of
country.
yes. Definitely, I think it's even beyond Nigeria. I think Africa, right? It's a well, maybe
Mm,
not countries in Africa, but mostly the system is sort of rigged, sort of in in a way for the male gender, you know. Yeah. So basically, as it's the entire system, and the thing is, yeah, and people just take advantage of it, right? There's some parts of it that okay, it's just okay. It's the man that is doing this and all of that. There is that part. But because of this same patriarchal system, that's not like empowered men to feel like they're the Lord, they're the Lord and King and they can do and undo. You see, I think
our
that's what
highnesses, royal highnesses.
yes. and that leads to issues like men not being accountable because you're the man of the house, and it leads to normalizing things like a man can cheat, but a woman cannot cheat because how will you as a woman cheat, but the
As a
man can?
woman too.
I'm like, two of you are actually just wrong. So what we like, okay, a woman cannot cheat because she's a woman, but a man can cheat because he
Because he's
has
a
to
man.
because he's a man, you know. So you're both
It's
wrong.
just simple. There's no more explanation than that. Because he's a man.
Yeah,
That's just like the explanation.
yeah. I just remembered something now. I just remembered something funny. So I saw a particular video online. The man was saying things like, "Oh, as a man, if you are sleeping with a married woman, you will not prosper or something, but you can
Hmm.
have single girlfriend." I'm like, I, I, I don't get it, sir. You can cheat.
I still on social media streets. A lot happened. I'm sure you saw that on Twitter. That's why I left Twitter for you people.
No,
JJ.
it's on Instagram. It's on Instagram
Are
actually.
you serious?
I'm like,
Ah, I have purposely
what's
just left
the process?
X because I don't want my mental health to be destroyed at all. I really do not have. I'm a really soft girl. I don't want anything. I just left it. I don't remember the last time I opened X. Like I cannot remember.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. So
Mm-hmm.
another thing is journalism as well, right? Just responsible storytelling. So if you raise cases of women, don't go and ask somebody is a victim of something of gender-based violence, right? You're asking her, what did you do? Some a
Mm,
man beat up his wife. You hear things like, what did you do? Like,
yeah.
please,
Like seriously. Like what did she do?
like,
If I is
like,
beating her.
no.
Yeah.
What would she have done, right?
Or even raping.
To Ah,
That's
no,
even the worst.
that you see that
That
great conversation.
one is
If
special.
we talk about that thing, we're not going close.
Because it's just like that's like the worst. So somebody was raped.
Because you
Yeah.
just see things like
What
what
did
did
you
you wear?
These are getting raped though? Babies. Even hijabis, women that wear hijabs. So okay, the woman that wore hijab, please, what's your question to her? Okay, she was wearing
Let's
hijab.
not we not go there oh, because if we go there, we will not end this conversation. Eh?
Hey, it's very fascinating. It's the most fascinating thing in the world. Okay, what did she wear? Okay, fine. The lady putting on hijab,
What did
please,
she wear?
what did she wear?
What,
Was it 2 year old
what
baby?
are you even saying?
2 years old.
Pedophiles.
Hey God,
Pedophiles. What did they see? What did the baby wear?
the baby wear. Thank you. Cause what did that? What? Okay, baby was wearing pampers. Okay, it's the pampers. Ha,
Is
God,
attracted to papas.
there's a big problem.
See,
Serious one.
because of us really because you just realize that a lot is going on and excuse me, we cannot
Yes.
say, oh, it doesn't concern me, it doesn't what's it called. You're in this society. If it does not happen to you, you give birth to children, female children.
Yeah.
Is it a mass that you want to give birth? No, you give birth here, right?
Yeah.
That's one. Even God forbid, we do not pray for that sort of thing to happen to our children. Don't you have a church member? You don't have a sister. You don't have a cousin. You don't have a niece. You don't have friends.
Yeah.
What would you do in that scenario? So I watched the
Mm-hmm.
Korean movie where a lady was going through, her husband was beating her, and the the girl she had seen, like her best friend had experienced violence in her parents' marriage, and she always pretend as if she did not know what was happening. And just seeing that just brought out all the trauma, everything, everything. They went to the extreme, right? They went to the extreme, and I don't want to say what they did to him because this is not a place of violence. Right? But that goes to show that it happens everywhere, right? It's
Yeah.
not something that oh it's particular to Africans. There might be more numbers, right? But it's not particular to Africans, it's not particular to Nigerians. It's something that happens worldwide. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that this campaign that you also is very important, right? So before I got into this talk of gender based violence, there was this book I read by Kamala. Um, so she's a uh, she's an Indian, right? I read her book and the book, I almost flew into the book. If I can enter the book, see the husband, and probably just, for crying out, just try to understand for what reason do you think it is normal to do this? Like, if we really need to read that book, it's not the way that I'm talking about it.
Hmm.
It's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if you read this book,
Mm-hmm.
eh, you feel feelings. I read the book and tears were just coming out of my eye. Guess how? Guess how the man is late. Guess how he died?
Oh.
Somebody read her book and went to kill the man.
What?
To tell you how gruesome and wicked it is.
Wow.
So the program that I had created last year, the cover of the NGO, she said she met her in India, and the first time she saw her, she was like, ah, this woman, I think she went to do surgery, and the surgery went wrong because her face are so disorganized, and she had to do like multiple surgeries to recorrect
Yes.
her body.
Who even get to
That
that stage?
so just
Even
imagine the wickedness. Just imagine the wickedness for someone to read somebody's book. And there's a different thing that I wrote
yeah,
a book. I cannot even, I can, the pain that I feel or the experience I went through, there is a limit to how I will pen it
can
down,
express it. Yeah.
right? And somebody reads that, not in his full entirety, by the way, now said,
Mm-hmm.
ah, no, this man, you can't be walking on the surface of the earth. Like till today, according to what I read, they don't know who killed the man. But they know that they read the book, they read the Homer's book, and they killed him. So I beg you guys, man, please, you married a woman. She's not your punching bag. She's not your property because she's bearing your name. You have absolutely no right to put your hands on any woman. I've even heard women say things like discipline. Is she your child?
Mm-hmm.
Is she your child that you want to discipline?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, guys, that's it that we have for today. Just bringing this conversation to a close. So we have had like a very very interesting chat. We already established the fact that we have roles to play as individuals and as society. And we have Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I texted you.
Okay.
I stopped
Yes,
hearing.
my network went off. I'm
Okay.
telling you, because I'm really suffering with this network. But anyways, we are thankful that the network has finally decided to at least
Allow us.
allow us to record this.
Yes.
Right. So thank you guys so much. So we've had like really, really interesting conversation. We've talked about what you permit, what you share, what you laugh at. It's one of the key things or constitutes uh, digital violence, right?
Yeah.
We also talked about responsible storytelling, that for creators, influencers, journalists, people generally working in the media space, right? So, media now, they don't do fact checking, especially Nigerian media. They just see something, they just put it online, right?
Especially
They
when they want to
don't
make
even have, yeah,
money.
so they don't even protect people, right?
Yeah, make money now. The bad news travels faster, gets
That is
more
just
viral.
that's just plain wicked, right?
Yeah.
So we all have a we all have like a responsibility, right? Let's try
Yeah.
to, you know, keep on resharing. Gender-based violence can be like, I know that it's a topic that is very sensitive, right? So you might say, oh, that does not concern me, or that's not my business. But also think that somebody close to me that I might not know, and that's the funny thing. Somebody close to you might be going through gender-based violence, and they might be keeping quiet and not talking because they're probably scared, right?
Yeah.
But maybe just if you're a bit just tiny bit more open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can be that person that can bring them out of it, right? So another thing is survivor identity, right? Somebody goes to tell you something, you're talking about it, uh, this person did they beat down, this person did all these things, it makes no sense, right? Me and you, we are the community, right? So it is me and you that can build a safer community. So I must
Mm-hmm.
play my part. You must play your part for us to have
Mm-hmm.
like a safe community. Um, and I think the media needs more story that
Yeah.
humanizes women, right? That really tells women, like not just sensitization or just how am I going to say it? Not just you know trying to sell women's pain, right? But a media that really show women as leaders, as human beings first. So I like to say something that a man cannot treat me or would not a man that treats somebody wrongly or treat a woman anyhow, first off has not realized that that woman is a human being. So what I mean is that if I say that this person is a human being like me, then I don't want to be treated in this way, then I will treat this person better.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, those men you see, like, for I'm just going my heart now. Those men you see that are they're like lions in their homes. When they see a woman confronts them outside,
Very, very
they're like a puppy. They are just so scared. So you know that obviously this person does not actually have power. But because of that emotional bound
exactly,
at home, that wife title, husband title, it all gives them that boldness, you know, to do whatever it is that they are.
exactly, exactly. Really, honestly. So please, if let's share the word, right? And this is beyond 16 days of activism. If you see
Yeah.
what is wrong, this is bad, let's share it, right? Let's sensitize people that this
Mm-hmm.
thing is a bad thing, right? The media content that we consume, if we are
Yeah.
creators, right? Let's start creating content that really represents women positively. Let's
Yeah.
have um, content that show women as leaders, as innovators, as so that if people begin to see these things slowly but surely, right, it's going to shift the narrative, right? So that is what we have today, and it
Yeah.
continues tomorrow again. So tomorrow will be hotter. I say hotter because tomorrow we are going to be talking of the law. I know
Yeah.
that we know that Nigeria does our law system is like this, but we're going to be
Same.
talking about the law. What does the law say, and
Yeah.
how can we enforce it as much as we can? Right? It's going to be really, really interesting. Thank you guys for rewatching this replay. Thank you for riding with me seriously. And please, Ibukun's social media is on. Please just show Ibukun love, so much love. Ibukun, you don't know how much this means to me.
Thank
Like,
you.
this is beyond what you call. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
honoring me this much. I really appreciate. I know it's a lot of sacrifice. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Right.
Oh,
Please, when you watch this video, I can need down people share. Right. Just like give me more what's it called, more ginger. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, so it is
yeah.
definitely out of my comfort zone. You guys have no idea. Right? It's definitely out of my comfort zone. So just people follow me on Instagram, like the video, share the video. Guys, guys, thank you so much. So
All right.
till
Thank you.
tomorrow, see you. Bye. Bye,
Yeah.
before.
All right. Thank you so
See
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.